Okay, welcome back to turn 60 for the attack for heavy hitters. Still feel bad about surrendering, but like I've kind of worked out, it probably wouldn't have made any difference and just slowed, just didn't string it out so much. But Titan's okay apparently with carrying on here, so off we go. We're going to see how far Lieutenant Gruber gets in his, well, it's a little half-track, not a little tank, but hey-ho. Crazy Ulrich is going to drive around in circles out here again. It would be entertaining actually to waste bazooka shells here, seeing as though Titan is trying to engage it with a bazooka. In the church, we've kind of regained a bit of control over the guys in the church now that the mortaring stopped. So we need to start moving them back up into the church tower because we don't want. I know there's a bazooka team here. I don't want it to infiltrate forward into the church tower when it has a shot on the Panther there. Meanwhile, over here, this squad here is going to check out this hedgerow, and if that's clear, what we'll do is we'll just bum rush up here and then hook around the flank and see if we can't see how far deep we can get. We're aiming for Krinkelt over there. On the basis that Titan has probably, he has a limited force, and he has probably dug in the town. We know he's here in this objective. We know he's had a few teams at least out on the edge over here because we're driving past their empty foxholes, which amuses me greatly. So, yeah. I'm also trying to scrabble together a force to push up behind Lieutenant Gruber because, obviously we found the gap in Titan's defences and I want to pour nasty things into it. So we kind of have a three-pronged attack going on here. We've got these guys who've been there for ages and we've basically baited Titan into abandoning positions in depth to come and deal with them. Whilst they're in the church, they're denying that objective to Titan. Lieutenant Gruber's axis, and then we have this axis with the Tiger going on as well. So we are actually in a really strong position here. Let's just press go. Something else that also kind of there we go. Finally, Crazy Ulrich has been splattered around the inside of his half track. Gutted. And just to make it worse, the morale shock briefly caused that half-track to slip into shaken and stop what it was doing, which is, yay, go half-track. But that platoon is through. Doesn't look like we're having any problems over here. A bit of fire going out there. We may or may not have a Jackson spot there again. Oh, dearie me. There goes Lieutenant Gruber. I'll have to have a look at that. But maybe we can't get in as deep on this flank as we thought we could. It's a shattered platoon. It's basically, if I can get them into the objective, then awesome. If not, then, well, it's reconnaissance, isn't it? So what happens to Crazy Ulrich? He is driving around in a straight line and takes a bazooka to the face. Yep. Bye bye, Crazy Ulrich. Let's see, what do we get with the with Lieutenant Gruber? Let's work the angle on this. Looks high caliber. Is it the Jackson? Rushing in from up here. Or another Hellcat. I don't think it's an AT gun. But, well, Lieutenant Gruber is no more, unfortunately. back off. Just trying to line up the shell holes here. That's almost certainly a Jackson, just judging by the size of the hole. From up here. So, you guys need to turn around. Or angle off. Makes sense that it would come up here from the road. Yeah. So hey, we're getting Titan to react to us here. That's good news. These guys are legging it back inside the church. These guys have got into the church tower again. There's only 2 of them. And they are in a terrible state, but that's okay. And no problems whatsoever up here. 2 dead, filthy pixel trap in here. That's good. And yeah, let's plow on with these guys and see how far we can get. This is when we'll find out whether Titan has more than 1 Jackson hanging around. Seeing as though this one may or may not be the one that was in the town. It's definitely had time to get over there. You know, if Titan has been looking at these problems he's had up here, and has been looking to see if he can't squeeze some depth out of the defense, because you know obviously he attacked this way. And he's also used this with the Jackson and the Hellcat, and is obviously very conscious of it. So maybe he's more worried about that than I would be, and he's run the Jackson around here, around this road, like like I was doing in my game with the Hellcat, and yeah, he stumbled into the platoon. So we will see how that pans out, won't we? Right, so I can't actually give those guys any orders right now, so they're probably doomed. But that's okay. You need to pop up there. We're going to try going through this field instead of around it. For what should be obvious reasons, which is that if Titan does have that second Jackson, and it is in the position that we think it is, i.e. here, then it has, flanking shots on all this stuff, including the Tiger. I don't think it's there because these guys would be able to see it. But obviously, I'm not massively keen on risking that. So we're just going to keep plodding this way, go around right the edge of the map. We're not going to follow up on Lieutenant Gruber here. That would probably be a terrible move. But we are going to need to feed more bodies up this way. know you're medicing away. Well, let's get the guy with the STG to stay there, shall we? That's probably a good move. So I kind of want to go house hopping here. I want to... well, to some extent I want to start pushing up inside the village, but that's basically just going to uncover more positions. That we'd have problems with. So, but in theory we could slot one of the Panthers in here, where it can see these houses. And is fairly hull down. Might be susceptible to, potentially susceptible to some long-range hull down from a Jackson if it is over on that flank. But if it is over on that flank, then at the same time, it's this house here that's bugging me, but we'll see. At the same time, then we'll be we'll know where the Jackson is what I'm trying to say. I think you can rejoin the rest of your team there, mate. You guys can, for that matter. Send one of the mortars off to join these guys. In fact, this MG section can punch up here as well. Okay. We kind of strained Titan in the middle. Sort of drawing him off to this side. Now we're going to hit the other side. It sounds really good if it sounds like, it sounds a bit better when it sounds like that. Right, let's just press go on this and see what we get.